Hi everyone, this is Living Beautifully ×3. I'm sorry for filming in the dark again, but I felt I had to talk to you guys about something that kind of bothered me. So I would like to say, first of all, this is my opinion, my personal opinion only. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. This is what I think, and this is what I think because of what I know and the research I've done on it. Okay? Just want to be clear, I'm no mean to hurt people's feelings or bash on people, but I was just bothered by this video that I saw on YouTube. And Michelle Phan just uploaded a video on how to reduce cellulite with coffee. I just watched it. I watched it like 1 or 2 times, and I'm a little bit bothered by it. Because she said that you use the coffee grind after you make your coffee. After you make your coffee, you use the coffee grind as a scrub. And the caffeine in the coffee grind is supposed to help reduce cellulite. This kind of doesn't make any sense to me because I took an organic chemistry lab which we extracted caffeine from tea. And caffeine is water soluble, which means it is dissolved by water. So when you make a cup of coffee and you pour the water into your coffee grind, all that caffeine gets dissolved into the water. So that's why you drink your coffee, so it gives you caffeine so you feel more awake. So if all the caffeine goes into the coffee, what's left in the coffee grind? I don't think much is left from the coffee grind. It doesn't make sense that you want to use coffee grind, which after the caffeine has been extracted from it. And another thing she talked about was that the skin absorbs caffeine. It is very difficult to penetrate the skin epithelial barrier. The skin is designed so that it protects you and so not a lot of things get absorbed. So when she said that the skin absorbs caffeine, I was just like, I don't know about this. So I did some research, and okay, so let's first talk about the amount of caffeine inside a cup of coffee. So let's take espresso, for example. Espresso is really strong. Everyone knows has like the highest amount of caffeine, and you don't drink a lot. If you do drink a lot, you have serious stomach problems afterwards. So an espresso bean is 7 milligrams per coffee bean. People like to make espresso coffee in a volume of 1 ounce usually. So that's about 40 to 75 milligrams of caffeine. But let's say because you're making this scrub that you want full cup of espresso for the most amount of caffeine. Okay, sure. So let's bring it up to 8 ounces of espresso. So that would be 40 to 75 milligrams times 8. So that would be 320 to 600 milligrams of caffeine inside your cup of espresso. That is quite a lot of caffeine. But if you think about it, if you want to use this other than drinking it, because drinking it absorbs very quickly into your digestive system, a paperclip is 1 gram. A milligram is 1/1000th of a gram. 1,000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram. So you have 8 ounces of espresso that contain 320 to 600 milligrams of caffeine. That's not even a gram of caffeine. That's almost nothing. So even if you could absorb caffeine, that would be less than 1 gram of caffeine. That's into your skin. If you could absorb caffeine into your skin, I don't know, by pouring coffee on it or something, you would get at most 600 milligrams. 1 8-ounce cup of espresso, like liquid espresso, if you just pour that onto your skin, let's say you absorb it all, 600 milligrams. That's nothing. That's not even a gram of caffeine. I don't really think that would do anything. And I'm looking at research papers right now. And here is a paper by Cindy Tra, Professor Jürgen Ladman, in a clinical pharmacology paper published in 2009, Permeation of Topically Applied Caffeine Through Human Skin, a comparison of in vivo and in vitro data. So in vitro is like on not living animals, like on cells, and in vivo is on living animals like rats and mice, and possibly people, but mostly rats and mice and hamsters. And the conclusion of this was, as they applied caffeine onto the skin of humans, there is no structural changes of skin, no change in blood flow, and no change in metabolism. So it doesn't do anything. So now I'm looking at another paper and seeing how fast caffeine is absorbed through the skin, if any caffeine is absorbed through the skin. And the fastest absorption rate of caffeine is 2.24 plus and minus 1.4 micrograms per centimeter squared of skin. Micrograms. So now we're talking about 1 out of a million. So let's think about this. Even if you are absorbing caffeine, you're absorbing at 2.24 plus and minus 1.43 of 1/1,000,000th per centimeter square of skin. You're absorbing at a really slow rate. So how can caffeine help you with anything on top of your skin? Well, first of all, most of it extracted through coffee. The amount of caffeine is really small, and the absorption rate is really slow. I don't know about this. I don't think that this kind of skincare would work. But please remember, this is my personal opinion, and from my research and from what I have learned in my university, I don't think that this will do anything. I think the exfoliation will help, and I think olive oil will help, but I don't think caffeine in any way, shape, or form in that scrub will do anything for cellulite. I do not know scientifically how caffeine affects cellulite. You can go ahead and look up research papers yourself if you'd like to. But if it's not absorbed into the skin in the first place, it doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, this is just my personal opinion. I just think it's a good idea that after you see someone talk about something or read something in a magazine or see something on TV, that you just don't believe it right away and you go do some research on your own. This is just what I think. I don't hate Michelle Phan. I think she is an amazing person. I really love her makeup tutorials. I think they're probably one of the best that YouTube has to offer. But I just don't think this using coffee grinds on skin doesn't make any sense to me. The science just tells me it won't work. Okay? So maybe this was kind of a rant because I saw this and I was like, I don't think this is possible, so I'm sorry if I made you guys mad, but this is what I learned in class, this is what I saw on research papers. I'll link everything down below for you to see. The rest is up to you. So, yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. If you want to, you can go check out my blog, and I'll see you.